New people here tonight, you're here to learn about an incredible opportunity, once in a lifetime opportunity in my opinion, that's really could change your life forever. As it has for some of the speakers that you're going to hear from tonight and a lot of people that are in this movement and revolution. And it's just unbelievable where this thing's going, what it's done for me, and you know, where there's no drugs and alcohol in here. This is the first, think about it. This is crazy to me that, you know, we're finally stepping up, being young, to take control of our lives, you know, our financial future, change the mindset, and really just to do something different. With that said, I'd like to kick it off. Really good friend of mine, phenomenal leader in this movement, and let's make some noise for Anton!
Yeah, I'm probably not going to use this. Cool, what's going on, guys? We can go two ways with this thing. I can give you a bunch more information real quick so you guys aren't skeptical anymore, or you can accept the fact there's 15 $50,000 BMW Mercedes in the driveway. And we can just agree that this thing's going to continue to work. So real quick, I'm going to tell you my story and then pass it off to the next guy. We got a bunch of really anxious leaders here, some really credible people in the business, so definitely take what everybody has to say to heart tonight. But for the next 10, 15, 20 minutes, have an open mind. Because the most expensive thing we can own as young people right now in this economy is a closed mind. So my buddy Andrew Yeager, a really good friend of mine, approached me with this concept about a year ago today, June 1st. He brought me over to Luke Kish's house. I actually enrolled June 2nd, which is pretty funny. And he sat me down and was like, look, dude, Vemma, vitamins, essential minerals, mangosteen, aloe vera, health and nutrition company, movement towards health. These things work, not up in the air, not debatable. Network marketing is a proven industry. I was like, all right, dude, that just seems like a good idea. It's like flat out. I was like, cool. You can do this. You can teach me how to be a big business owner at 19 years old. Sure, I'm going to try that. I mean, worst case scenario, I end up like all my broke friends working 8, 10, 12-hour jobs for somebody else on a Friday, Saturday night when they don't even want to be doing that. Raise your hand if you have a job right now. Wow, I got a lot of people to help tonight. Well, yeah, guys, I looked at the big picture, saw where the economy was going, saw what was going on in the job market right now. 53% of this year's graduating class will be forced to move in back home with mom and dad to get jobs waiting tables to pay off student loans. 85% of this year's graduating class are moving back home with mom and dad, and they just doubled the student loan rate to 6.8%. My sister just... Boo. My sister just graduated college. I'm flipping through the employment guide my dad got her as a joke, and nothing in there said anything about $20,000 a week part-time with your best friends. So I probably don't want a JOB journey in the broke. So I decided to start building a business with my best friends about a year ago with this company called Vemma, a really, really great company that stands for vitamins, essential minerals, mangosteen, and aloe vera. But here we refer to it as very exciting money-making activity. Still like Max Morton. But guys, it's going to be really, really big, not because of what's going on with the company, what's going on with other companies in this industry. It's going to be big because of the leadership we have in the room right now. With any organization, with any different way of thinking, it's all about the leader. Once you have the results to back up the big idea, which I mean I'd say 15 BMWs is definitely results. The income in this room is well over $1 million a year, which is crazy because a year ago we made yeah. Because a year ago, it was me, Luke Kish, Andrew Yeager, Tyler Small. We made the decision in Luke Kish's basement that we didn't want to be broke, that we wanted to have above average results at 20 years old. So we got started in this thing. There really weren't any success stories out here on the East Coast. There was us. We made the decision. We're like, this thing is going to work. And dude, for like 4 months straight last summer, we didn't even really know what we were doing. We were screaming Vemma, vitamins, essential minerals, mangosteen, aloe vera people, and it was like job unemployment, student loans. This shit's working with other people. Sorry for cursing. It's working with other people. Alex Morton can do it. We can do it. Josh Noble can do it. We can do it. We didn't really care what it took at that point. We just made the decision that we wanted different results than our friends. 3% of the country owns 97% of all the money. So 3%. There's 100 people. There's well over that in the room. That means the 3 dudes who are doing something different, standing in the corner, are the ones making all the money. So I made the decision that if I didn't want what my friends had, I shouldn't do what my friends do. Now, love, trust, respect, parents, teachers, mom, dad, professors, everybody in your group of friends, but if they don't have what you want financially, probably don't take advice from them. So I'm going to introduce you to a very special person next, but real quick, my numbers, I'm not here to brag or sell or convince anybody to do anything. It's results. If I was 400 pounds, I lost 250 pounds. You guys would take my weight loss advice. So I've introduced this thing to 7 friends in the last year, just 7 friends. Can you count? 7 friends. If you guys have 7 friends, you can make money with this concept. If you have 2 friends, you can make money with this concept. It doesn't matter if you have friends at all. Those 7 people have helped me build a network of 1,500 active orders in this business, which is crazy. It's like $250,000 a month in product sales, and it's paying me a lot of money right now. But the cooler part is I've gotten 20 people in my organization in cars, and helped well over 100 people get out of their part-time jobs. If you have a part-time job and you hate it, definitely take what Maggie Depipo has to say to heart, because she's going to share some information with you. She's well onto a six-figure income.
What's up, guys? My name is Maggie. A little bit about my story. I'm 19 years old. I heard about this whole thing with Luke Kish and Tyler Small last summer. Working at Wawa, like right down the street on the night shift, actually, when they approached me, I was skeptical, didn't know what was going on, thought I knew it all working over there when in reality knew absolutely nothing. When I finally, met Luke Kish, who opened my eyes up to this whole thing. He had made a couple $1,000s his first couple months in the business, and my take on it in Tyler Small's basement was like, okay, if this is real, it sounds cool, but I didn't believe in it yet. So I went home, did a lot of research, went to work at 10 that night, quit at 6 a.m., and have been running with it ever since. I introduced this to 5 people, like Anton said, guys, just 5. 5 has turned into over 2,800 active orders going through my business on a monthly basis. Yeah, if you do out the math, I'm on track this month to hit a rank associated with a 6-figure income. And it sounds so crazy to say that, guys, because I'm 19 years old and I am nothing special. Like, nothing special, guys. You should look at me and look at Tyler and look at Kish and Anton and everybody up here, guys, and realize if I can do it, you can do it. Like, anybody can do this. And that's the coolest thing about it, guys. I'm going to let them kind of break it down. Guys are better with the numbers and all that stuff. But my big thing that got me about this whole thing, guys, is the culture. Like, look at what's going on right now. This is so crazy. Like, guys, you have a team of like 100 people right here who want to help you succeed in this. Guys, nobody is here to like scam you or pressure you or convince you to do anything, guys. But this is working. Like, raise your hand if you've made money in Vemma. Yeah, guys, like this whole thing is working. You can't contest it at this point, guys. Somebody who brought you here, like, trusts, respects you somewhat enough to want to share this with you. And it is the coolest thing in the world. So hug, kiss, like, whoever brought you here, guys, say thank you. Because to say the least... Sorry, I'll let you do that. But to say the least, guys, Vemma has completely changed my life. Like, money aside, guys, because it doesn't even matter at this point, guys, Vemma has completely changed my life. Like, I have done a complete 180. I was in a sorority, partying, drinking, smoking, 8 days a week, doing the 4-year party plan, going absolutely nowhere like most people are. Guys, and I saw, and I didn't want to leave all my chances up to hope. And I don't bash modern education, guys. If you've got a passion, by all means, follow it. But I was just going through the motions. Like, had no desire to go to class, had no desire to do anything. And then I saw this and just got, like, a cool passion for helping people. That's what this is about. The more people you help, the more money you're going to make. And it's the coolest thing in the world, guys. This business is so rewarding, and this, like, the skill set that I've acquired through this whole thing, guys, like, if Vemma were to quit, I would never go back to school. Guys, okay, because leadership, public speaking, like goal setting, how money actually works. Like, I was going to school for almost 20 years in an attempt to learn how to make money and had no idea how to do it. Like, no idea. Never learned about taxes, never learned about anything, guys. So when you leave here and somebody tells you that this isn't going to work, look at what's going on right now. Had I listened to my mom and my dad and a lot of my friends, guys, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. So you have to leave here knowing that this is working. And if something about this excites you, guys, do it. It's like if you're driving from Florida to California, you don't see the whole way. You only see 200 feet in front of you. Do you stop? No, guys, we've got the gas. We've got the GPS. Like, they talk about the money in this room, like closer to like 10 million. Guys, we can help you. I'm 19 years old, guys. And I don't say that to brag, like I said, or impress you. But honestly, guys, where else can you go at 19 or 20 or 25 or 45 or 65 and make as much money as you want? You can't, guys. There's no cap on this. Nobody's going to tell you this isn't working. Like, this is working. That's my big thing. I've said it like 10 times. Guys, like, dude, it is working, and we're here to help. That's the biggest thing. Like, Turner and Tyler, Turner's not here, but, like, you've got people who want to help you right now. You can obviously tell I'm passionate about it because I know where it's going. And I swear to God, if you knew where this was going and you saw what I saw, you would do absolutely nothing but leave here and make it happen. Like, absolutely nothing. Guys, I feel like I could be up here talking about scrubbing toilets and, like, be like, guys, we're going to scrub toilets, like, just a couple of us, like, we're gonna make as much money as we want. A year, we're gonna do it, we're gonna grind it out. You guys, everyone would be like, yeah, let's go scrub. Like, where are we scrubbing? Guys, it's not even half as bad. Like, I travel, I go around, we were just in Boston, Syracuse, San Diego, like Vegas for a convention. Honestly, guys, like, you're traveling with your friends, you're networking. Guys, we built Twitter, we built Facebook, we built Instagram at AIM in 6th grade. You do this already. We expose our friends to new things every day already. Guys, you can do this. It's working. That's like just keep being so repetitive. But guys, get excited. I want to introduce Tyler Small. Huge mentor for a lot of people in this room. Definitely changed my life. I'll let him touch on your numbers, but really give it up for Tyler.
That was exciting.
Yeah, so real quick, can you guys hear me in the back? Just throw your hand up if you can. All the back there. Thanks. Cool. Well, yeah, guys, I'm obviously excited to be out here. I think this is probably the biggest event we've ever had, or at least I've ever seen. So thank you guys for coming out. Real quick, before I share my story with you guys, I think we're going to do a training. I want to say about 8:15. If you guys have to go, no big deal. But if you want to stick around, we'll do like a quick start, like 15-minute training. For anyone that's in the business, if you're new, for anyone that's new to this concept completely today, stick around. It'll give you a really good idea as to what to do, from here if you, when you leave the house, guys. But, my story real quick, for anyone that doesn't know, I see a lot of familiar faces yet, a lot of people I've never met. So again, thank you guys for coming. Welcome. My story, guys, about a year ago, this kid, Andrew Yeager, who's in the back here, can't thank him enough. He approached me with this whole concept. Now, I went to Penn State, guys. My buddy Rich, we were rooming together. Andrew was right down the hall. Kind of crazy to think, guys, had I not gone to Penn State, I would have never met Andrew, meaning I would have never met Vemma. I would have never gotten involved with Vemma, guys, meaning I wouldn't be up here today. And like Maggie said, yeah, as cliche as it sounds, it's changed my life and a lot of other people's lives in this room. So guys, understand that how such a small thing can have such a major impact for your entire course of life, and that's why Anton said have an open mind. If it's not for you at the end of the day, no hard feelings. It's not for everyone, right? I'm very real with people up front. When they come into this thing, I try not to sugarcoat and give like false hopes. You enroll in Vemma, you make millions. No, you've got to work hard, but is it worth it? Yes. Guys, about a year ago, again, Andrew sat me down, he introduced me as Orange Can. I want to go into the company just a little bit. Someone stole that case that was there. I was going to grab one. The product, guys, that we're working with is called Verb. If you are new and you've yet to try it, I brought a case. It's floating around somewhere. It's kind of cold if you want to take one home. Definitely drink it cold because a warm one's like drinking a warm beer. No one wants to experience that, guys. So, long story short, he introduced me to this and basically was like, yo, I think we can make a lot of money and drive free BMWs. Looking at Yeager, no offense to him, my buddy Rich, we had all sat down. I'm like, dude, we're like, partying our asses off at Penn State. Blacking out on the weekends. He's an engineering major. I'm like, how the hell do you know anything about business? I didn't know anything about business, and I'm like, how can this Orange Can make us that much money? So long story short, I was pretty skeptical, guys. Skepticism is normal when you're introduced to something that's different. Red flags go up. That's like human nature, right? But I wasn't closed-minded. There's a really big difference. That's when I met Luke Kish. I had a lot of questions. He had a lot of answers, guys. I learned a lot about Vemma and Verb. First thing first, I saw Verb as a better product when compared to the things I was already spending money on. Again, dude, we pledged the frat at Penn State, so you guys can use your imagination as to what we were doing every weekend. We would go pledging, we would fill the shopping carts with like the largest yet like cheapest bottles of soda we could find because we were all broke, to like take it back to the frat house to mix with you know what, and like, party our asses off all weekend, guys. So again, every morning I would wake up, try to get through class 8 a.m. if I made it, drink a coffee before the caffeine to get me through. So long story short, guys, I saw Verb as a better product when I was introduced to it. I saw that Vemma is this health and wellness company in their 8th year, up and coming. Vemma's vitamins, essential minerals, mangosteen, aloe vera. All you need to take from that is that it's really good for you. We encourage people to go and do their own research. I know it's hot. It's a really big meeting. We want to get through everyone, so I'm not going to go too much into it. But just understand they took this 2-ounce vitamin, they put it into Verb. No one in here gets excited about a 2-ounce shot of vitamins, yet $70 million are spent every single day on energy drink supplements. 85% are consumed by the people in this room. So in creating a product on point with our demographic, guys, they've piqued our interest then in terms of this business. Vemma is a network marketing company, guys. Again, what does that mean? Word of mouth advertisement. Really just to water it down, guys. Vemma takes the ad budget that Red Bull would spend on billboards, TV ads, Shaun White, that crazy guy that flew out of space with Red Bull stamped on his chest, cost multiple millions of dollars to advertise that and give exposure to Red Bull. Kids see that on TV, they think it's the coolest thing in the world, and they think he probably chugged a Red Bull or something before jumping out of space, and they go and buy one, right? So it's like, these ways of advertising, guys, are becoming less and less effective day by day. You guys can probably relate. Whenever I'm on YouTube, like watching or trying to watch a video, there's that damn advertisement that always comes up on the front. Like it's been like Jay-Z lately. I don't know if you guys have been on YouTube. I'm like, dude, Jay-Z, just don't want to hear it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, skip ad, guys. And you watch your video, and there's a chance your friend was like, yo, check this out. Right? Did YouTube ever send that kid a check in the mail for having advertised their, their company and this video on their website? No. Dude, we're wearing brands all the time. I could call one out, Diamond Supply Co. Right? If I like your shirt, it's like, where'd you get it? Maybe, Zoomies or Tilly's or whatever the store is. If you guys, you know the mall around here. I go and I'm like, Tilly's, Diamond Supply. What's your name, by the way? Andrew. I'm going to be like, Andrew was repping that at our meeting, dude. It looks sick. Where can I get it? Where can I find it in your store? I buy it, dude. They're never going to send him a check in the mail. It was Tanner who told me about the new J. Cole album. I went and downloaded it like on the spot, and J. Cole never sent him a thank you letter, guys. So it's like, we're doing these things all the time already. When you eat a new food or you try a new drink or, Red Bull vodka, whatever, you see in a movie, a new song, you tell your friends about it. So I saw that with this industry, it would give average, ordinary people the ability to come in, become a user of a better product, not go out and sell it. You're not a salesman. No one here sold you Verve, but to build a network of people that are drinking it as you are. Who here has a Facebook? I'm hoping every hand goes up, right? Guys, the only difference between Vemma and Facebook is that Facebook didn't pay us to go and become a user of Facebook, throw MySpace out the window, right? Become a user of Verve, stop drinking the unhealthy stuff. We go and create a social network of people using Facebook daily, weekly, monthly, whatever it is. Zuckerberg's so smart, sitting out in the dorm room in Harvard. He's like, I don't need Harvard. I'll just make Facebook. All these kids will run around and tell all their friends, and I'll become rich. I don't even have to pay them. Okay? So he was pretty smart if you ask me, but basically the same concept, right? We're building a social network of people, in this case, that consume a product. And in direct sales and in Vemma, they pay half their yearly revenue, 50 cents on every dollar they see in product sale, whether it's the Verve, whether it's the vitamin itself, the protein. My dad drinks it. He's just a customer of it. He would never have the confidence to stand up here and, talk in front of this many people. He'd probably pee himself. But guys, it's like there's the customers, and then there's the people like your friends that like Verve and get really, really excited about this business, seeing that's what it's done for others, right? And again, it's like, if you're responsible for having opened up or tapped into a new network of people that are then drinking the company's products, they're going to pay you. They pay you out 8 different ways, guys. It's a pretty complex compensation plan. I don't say it to scare you, but again, to encourage you to go and to do your own research. When you break it down, it becomes pretty simple, and then it clicks, right? But you want to, visualize it and all. There's a lot of helpful tools and resources on YouTube. But guys, I got really, really excited about that. Excited that I could literally turn my Facebook into a business. I already had all the networks. I was already telling my friends about new things all the time already that got me excited. I was already drinking similar products. It made too much sense to not get involved. I saw the timing of Vemma, guys. It's like network marketing does $167 billion a year in sale. Take the movie industry, the music industry, the MLB, the NBA, the NFL, combine them, double, maybe even triple, and it's not what network marketing will do. It's massive. It is nothing new. A lot of girls in the room, you guys have heard of Avon and Mary Kay. Okay, guys, Herbalife on David Beckham's jersey or the LA Galaxy in the MLS. P90X, guys, is backed by a network marketing company called Beachbody. Okay, so it's nothing new. It's just very, very new to young people. This has never happened before. Like Evan said, this many kids in a room talking about building a business with no weed, alcohol, or beer. Dude, it's crazy, right? And so I saw that we were on the front end of something that would get really, 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 really big. If Avon, which we like to say is like moms rubbing lotion on each other, we're like, $11 billion a year, guys, after 137 years, I think. They like get together on the kitchen table, drink their wine and talk about their business, like with like emails and as emails and whatever else, knocking on doors. As that's popular, guys, what's going to happen when the same concept falls in the hands of young people? Better yet, this is happening in year 8. Vemma's in year 8. You've just heard about Vemma in year 8, right? It's like hearing about Apple in the 90s. My dad always complains about, I wish I had put all my money in Apple stock in the beginning, when you were born. And he didn't, and he complains that was an opportunity that he passed up, guys. And hearing about this tonight, whether you take it for what it's worth, it doesn't really matter because it's going to get really, 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 really big without us. Big companies like Amway, they do $250 million each week. That's what we'll do this year. Like in 5 years, this will be an opportunity, but nothing like the opportunity you guys have here tonight. Like this thing is going to get massive, dude. You got Anthony Powell, we'd show the video if we had time, a professional network marketer making $400 grand a month in Herbalife. Dude moved his entire team into Vemma because Vemma today is where Herbalife was once at. He put out a video, he thinks this will go into 20, 30, even 40 billion. Guys, because the economy is really, really bad and people are looking for something. They kind of touched on it. 1 in 2 kids graduate, can't find jobs. The average starting salary we do is like 30 grand. Are we bashing college education? No. But I think there's a flaw in the system somewhere when the statistics are that ugly, dude. We've got to make a change, dude. Times are changing. Luke always says it. You're going to hear from him in a minute. Dude, we've got to change with them or we're going to get left behind. This is the information age, dude. Let's use the networks. Let's use all the tools and the resources we already have to go out and to create the lifestyle people dream of. A year ago, I had a job making $10 an hour. I didn't like who I was working for, I was working with, the hours I was working, the money I was making. It didn't feel right for someone to put a price tag on my face and say, this is what you're worth. If you don't show up, you're fired. I'd rather travel around, literally with now who I can call my best friends, some of which I didn't even know a year ago, share a story, a compelling story, and together set our lives up forever, dude. Like, it's not even about, like the money at this point. It's about networking. It's about creating relationships you'll have for the rest of your life. We're going to build a lot of capital. You know, Jaeger, Anton, myself, and my buddy Turner moving down to Florida in August to go down there and network, take our capital that we've created in this and the network we've created onto bigger things, dude. It's like this is a stepping stone. Am I going to stick with Vemma for a long time? Yeah, because it's residual or passive income, meaning you build it once, it pays you forever, guys. It's an asset. Have your money work for you instead of working for it. Okay, that's how Donald Trump thinks. That's how Robert Kiyosaki thinks. Very successful people in the world that happen to support the industry. Isn't that ironic, right? And I think the coolest part about it, before I shut up and pass it to my buddy, guys, is that it's very team-oriented. Okay, it's like we want to teach you everything you know. A lot of hands went up when Anton said he's got a lot of people to help. You guys have part-time jobs, right? It's not fun to have to go into work and do something for someone else. And they're never going to sit down with you and be like, yo, I'm going to teach you what I know, and I want you to make more money than me today. Because I've got people in my business making, or on a faster pace than I am. Joe Bruno, if you were here, I'd shout him out. He just hit presidential in like 6.5 months, the fastest I've ever seen. 0 to 100 grand in 6.5 months. Meaning if he continues at that pace, he'll out-earn me, like outperform me, like be making more than me in my group. Right, guys? Because we're teaching what works and not what doesn't. In the beginning, we had to figure it out. There's never been a better time to come in and make a lot of money. We're in 58 countries and growing. Dude, and this is going to be the biggest thing to ever hit the industry, and if it's no one in here making money with it, I promise you it's someone else. So understand what's going on, guys. Get excited. That's my story. I want to introduce Jeremy Bishop real quick, guys. Not even my team. Not even my team, guys. I've watched him from literally the beginning come up. He's an incredible speaker, guys. Give it up for him.
All right, guys, can you hear me in the back? Yeah? All right, cool. All right, I'm gonna make this real quick and hand it off to my buddy. You know, they covered a lot. But guys, my name's Jeremy Bishop. I'm 20 years old. I've been a part of Vemma for about 8 months now. When I got introduced to this, I'm gonna tell you my story. My buddy Connor Farrell back here introduced me to it. He invited me over, told me to sit down and hear about this thing. I sat down. He was freaking out. I kid you not. Like, we're gonna make so much money. I said, sure, dude, whatever. Bullshit. Then this 19-year-old kid named Luke Kish walked through the door. I think you guys are familiar with him. He walked through the door. He was driving a $50,000 2013 BMW. He had $1,000 worth of Louis Vuitton equipment on from the waist down. And so I was like, okay, what planet are you from? How in the world are you doing this? What is this? He introduces it to me. You know, he went over the whole story. 8 years Vemma's been around. And then he said, look, we created a healthy alternative that is relevant to our generation. And guys, every single person in this room, like we already figured out, has a Facebook with hundreds, if not thousands of different friends. So Vemma said, why don't you filter that network in, tell your friends about a healthy alternative, and instead of us paying for it to be in stores, we'll put the money back into your pockets. Made perfect sense to me, saw what was happening, saw what was in front of us, the guys who were already making it happen, and they said, do what I do, say what I say, get what I get. Guys, it's literally that simple. So I got involved 8 months ago. I introduced this concept to 3 people. One of my guys, Connor Hess, in the back, just hit platinum. Stoked as hell about that. Quit his job after 5 years. Give it up for that. We sat down and we got serious about it. That's something you have to do with this business, guys. It's big boy business with young people. So sit down with your close, your tightly knit group, your grinders, your all day ride and die, whatever it is. Figure out who you want to get wealthy with. There's $1 million in the back, 4 shovels. Who are you giving them to? So sit down with those guys. That's what I did. I introduced the product to them. I liked it. I knew they would. And we got stoked about an opportunity of a lifetime. Yeah. 3 people in my network, guys. 3. Just 3. We got excited. We built leadership. We educated ourselves. That means, yeah, you got to read a book. Yeah, you got to listen to some audio. But guess what? It will help you make money. It will help you realize why 70% of Americans hate their lives. Why you don't know why you get up and go to work for someone else, to do something that you didn't decide to do. It was where you simply had to be placed so that you could pay the bills. Guys, there's more than that to life. Promise me, Guys, a little background on myself. I'm a professional touring musician like a lot of my friends are. So for the past year and a half, before I got introduced to Vemma, I was touring with a CD in stores and a metal band, drumming, 13 years, had the time of my life. I was getting paid $5 a night. Got introduced to Vemma. I saw a way out, something different that I could do. I got excited about it with those three guys. Guys, those three people are the reason I have 800 active orders 8 months later. And next month, I'll break a six-figure income at the age of 20, like a lot of the people in this room. And I'm stoked as hell about it. So, guys, like we always say, 8 months ago, however many months ago you got introduced to this, you'll have the same exact story. We didn't know that it was real. We didn't know if it was going to happen, but we did it anyways. Guys, I saw Kish, I saw the car, and now guess what? 8 months later, yes, what I do today, how I get paid today, I didn't know it was possible. And then second, guys, when you're pulling down the street and you see a Vemma car fly by, right? And then I pulled up to it the other day, and I turned to the right, and it's an adult, and I was like, hey, I'm an executive leader, what's your name? He said, okay, listen, this is my son's car. And I said, who's your son? He said, Tyler Small. So obviously, Tyler's father wasn't going to pass up the opportunity to drive the M3. And neither would I. But guys, I'm just going to pass it off to my buddy Luke Kish. The main reason that I am where I am, look, nobody handed this to me. Nobody put someone in my network. I saw it was possible. I educated myself, followed in the steps of people that are already doing it. If your business isn't where you want it to be, sit down with your team. Think about what you've actually done to get it to where you want to be. And then you make it happen. So guys, thank you very much.
Cool. Well, we heard from some great speakers tonight, and I don't want to reiterate too much because they pretty much covered everything there was to cover. But guys, I think that the biggest thing you have to take away, especially if you're new, one more time, who's new? Cool. You can't hear it? All right. The biggest thing you guys got to take away is that it's working. I was in Tampa this morning, Miami, all through Florida the last few days, Oregon, Northern California, San Diego. Dude, it's happening all over. It's like a movement of young people excited about a way to make money. And I could come up here and talk about how much money I'm making, but at the end of the day, that does nothing for anybody out here, only me and some of the people that I'm with right now. What's more exciting is that for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, as this company goes to the billions, the people in the room, some of which could be in the room right now, will be the people that are making the incomes, dude. As this thing goes to the billions, you have to wrap your head around, there's going to be young people in this room making $250,000, $500,000, $1 million a year. All right, we did 20 million last month, and logically, if you just think about it, dude, forget what anybody says, including me. Just think about it yourself. Energy drink industry is growing by the billions. Movement towards health and wellness, that's nationwide. And logically, if mom and dad with no iPhones, no Facebooks, can network market, how would you network without an iPhone or Facebook? Like if I told you to go network with no iPhone, no Facebook, you'd be like, what are you talking about? Smoke signals and letters, dude. If they could take companies to the billions and literally create thousands of millionaires with none of that, what do you think is going to happen with young people who have bigger dreams, goals, and aspirations in life? All right? And have it. It's going to go a lot faster. The coolest part about that, dude, it's not up in the air. Like, there's proof of result. I met a kid, Alex Morton, about a year ago, making $3,000 a month. He made $95,000 last month. He got a 1490 on his SATs, and he barely graduated from Arizona State, dude. That's a glorified high school. A high school on steroids where you go party. All right? So hopefully you see normal-ass kids just like us, and excuse me for cursing. I get fired up and curse a lot. You see normal kids like me, like Tyler Small, like Maggie Depipo, like Anton Neugebauer, Jeremy Bishop, all the people up here making this type of income, and you think for yourself you can do it, dude. Because in life, like Small said, opportunities, they come and they go, and successful people see them. Unsuccessful people don't. It can only work for her and him and her and him and her and him and her and him and not me, dude. No, you're wrong. This can work for everybody. It's not a get-rich-quick. Yes, it's going to take time. Yes, it's going to take effort. But what we're trying to get across to is that it's worth it. All right? Because there's a lot of people right here, right now, with big dreams, goals, and aspirations in life, dude, that have nowhere to channel the energy. And I don't feel like we're unmotivated or lazy. all right? But we have nothing to look forward to. All right, and now maybe tonight, for the first time in your life, you feel like there's a tangible shot that you can make a boatload of money. Because that's what happened to me, dude. I stayed focused, I stayed committed, and I turned into who I needed to become to make this thing work for the last 14 months. I've introduced it to 25 of my friends. Dude, if you're in college, half your friends will even get jobs. People who get jobs are struggling financially. They are barely getting by. Looking for a way to make money and probably drink coffee or Red Bull multivitamins every day. It's like, don't spend money on frivolous stuff. It's not important as a business model and your future. Stop wasting your time on stuff that doesn't matter, like playing video games, Call of Duty, partying, dude. It's a joke to me that my friends get drunk, get high, and they have nothing going on. They're celebrating being broke. Like, think about that, dude. If you want things to change for yourself, you need to change. All right, out of my 25, I introduced you to 10 stuck with it. It's not a fantasy fairy tale thing where you guys are just going to buy Verb and become rich, dude. It takes time, it takes effort. Everything in life does. But that's between you and you. All right? Out of the 10 people that stuck with it, though, working through relationships, getting people to see what we see, I have about 6,500 orders of the product going through my group monthly, every single state in the country, multiple countries around the world, high schools, college campuses, all over. I have about 80 kids in my group at the car level or higher. Within the next 60 days, I should hit a level in the company they associate with like $500,000 a year. Dude, I'm 20 years old. My check last week was $8 grand. The week before it was 10. 5 figures in a week, and I'm 20 years old. And I'll say it to brag or impress anybody, but hopefully impress upon you something that is working, dude. And like he said, and it's scary to me, because with or without anybody, including me, it's going to the billions, dude. If there's water in a desert, people are going to find it. If there's money in a recession, people are going to find it. How to make money is changing, and we're on the front end of something really, really, really big. You got to wrap your head around it's real, and then go after it, dude. Just think about it. So I'm excited, dude. Like I said, it's working. Don't leave here juiced up about Vemma, juiced up about Verb, and talk to someone that has no idea what they're talking about. Like, you love, trust, respect, teachers, professors, friends, you know, everyone in your life. Reality is, though, and as nice and as not nice as it sounds, most people have no idea how to make money. Like, are clueless when it comes to making money. 3% of the country owns 97% of all the money, meaning most people just have no idea what they're talking about. My dad told me not to do this. He's like, son, don't do that. Not a good idea. Don't do this. He got a full scholarship to Princeton. Big, good school. He works for ExxonMobil. It's the biggest company in the whole entire world, dude. $486 billion. He's been like a loyal employee for the last 30 years. He's got an important position. He's going to move to Singapore for the next 3 years to do his job. He makes like $400 a year. Now that I've developed this entrepreneur mindset, I've read books on how to make money, I understand he has no idea how to make money. He's brilliant. He's much smarter than me. He has no idea how to make money. He completes a task that they tell him to complete and then gets a new one. And he's out of the country 3/4 of the year. Dude, I don't want that. No, dude, you don't have to do that. Why would you do that if you don't have to do that? Everyone has 24 hours a day. Think about that, dude. Everyone has 24 hours a day, dude. And how you think and how you spend your time will dictate your income. We teach that, dude. Like Small said, we're not here to sell you anything. If it's not for you at the end of the day, dude, no hard feelings. It's not going to burst our bubble. All right? But if it is, understand we will help you and teach you. And if you're like one of the people in the room right now, they're like, dude, this thing makes sense. Because that's what happened to me, dude. I remember hearing this stuff, and I was just like, let's go. I couldn't stop rubbing my hands, and I couldn't sleep. Because I knew I was going to make it work. If you're one of those people in the room, and you work your butt off with us for the next 3, 4, 5 months, you'll figure it out. And I guarantee you, even including new faces, and especially the people behind us, you are working with, and I'm best friends with the top incomers in the company. 100%. I see everyone's organization. I know it's happening all over. Okay? You are working with the best people in the whole entire company. Some of the future highest incomers in Vemma, and in my opinion, Vemma will be the biggest, some of the highest incomers in network marketing. And they are here to teach you and help you make it happen, guys. So wrap your head around it. Right place, right time, right opportunity. Everybody here can make this thing happen. All right? How to get started. You just buy product. There's no sign-up fee, no registration fee. You're just buying Verbs. You don't buy a business model. You're placing an order for Verb, like you're going on Amazon.com buying Red Bull, but it's Verb, it's good for you, and you get a free business model with it. So you get back with the person who invited you here tonight. When they bought their Verb, they got their own back office, their own phone app. It's all tracked through the computer. You place an order through their website or their phone app. Your Verb gets shipped to your front door. That's yours now. Hand out to people and test it. If they want to get started, they go through yours. The 2 ways to enter. Either 2 cases for $150, which we don't recommend, okay? Or a builder pack, which is 7 for $500. Sounds like a lot of money. We understand that, all right? And we're not here to sell you more Verb, okay? That's not our goal in telling you to buy a builder pack. Right? It unlocks your account and honestly sets you up for success. It unlocks your account for the full comp plan. The frenzy bonus and the car incentive. When you buy a builder pack and you get a frenzy bonus, that means you enroll 3 people in a week, you make $700. 400 of which is because you bought that builder pack. So one more time. You buy the builder pack, 3 in a week, 700. 400 because you spent 500. You can do that twice your first week and twice every week forever once you buy it once. I have 17-year-old kids, dude, do that twice their first week, twice their second week, make $2,400. Like, not that hard. It's pretty simple. And I want you to level called Diamond in the company. Who here is Diamond or higher? Cool. You're making about $1,000 a month, and they give you $400 a month towards a BMW or Mercedes. Nasty advertising tactic. Once you're in the car, dude, your friends see that it's real, and there's nothing left. Dude, they have a job, they have a boss, they make $8 an hour, they don't have a cool car, and they don't like what's going on. You have no job, no boss, no hours. You make a lot of money, you have a cool car. They're going to come with. So I'm excited, dude. Connect with me on Facebook, like I said. Don't leave here and talk to someone that has no idea what they're talking about. If you're ambitious in the room right now and something's clicking, be sure to get in touch with us, dude. Because I guarantee you, the next wave of success stories are in this room. And I can confirm that, and that's not like up in the air, because the only way we can continue to grow is if we help the newest person do the same exact thing. So thank you all for coming out. Hold on, real quick. I'm going to introduce... I'm going to introduce Marlisa, you know, the person, it's Evan and Justin's mom. Let's clap it up for her for letting us have these events here. Definitely take what she has to say to heart. You know, from a parent's perspective, it's cool, especially if there's some parents in the room. And then are we having a training meeting after this? Yeah. And then if you're here and you want to learn more about the business, we're going to do like a quick start training, 10 minutes, nothing too in detail, but how to launch you correctly off the bat, to, you know, so you can see profit your first week. Thank you.
Welcome. Can everybody hear me in the back? All right, I'll try to, I don't know if I should use this or not. I can, yeah. It's on now? Now? Okay. Welcome. Geez, I feel like I should do a song. Anyway, everybody, come on in. Let me just give you a parent's perspective. Would I, as a mother, open my home to turn into a mini convention center if I didn't believe in a product that both of my boys have gotten in? I would not do that. The main reason why we do this here is because for all of you young people, you've got to change where the economy's going. You've got to change where your bank account is going. I see that so many young people feel they have no hope, they have no options in the future, and that's just not true. I come from a generation where we graduated college, it was so easy to get a job, you got your job, you got married, you got your house, you did all that. It's really changing. And when my son Justin came home and said, Mom, I'm going to do this thing, this is opportunity, I said, no way. There's just no way you're going to do that. You're not going to make the money, it's not going to work out for you. And I can say I come from the Avon generation, and Avon never did this. So the energy in this room, clap for yourselves, young people. Great. One thing I want to say is when you're talking to your parents, for all the new people, when you go home, from a mother's perspective, I think when you go in, you need to really talk about the product line. If you run in and say, I'm going to make millions, I'm going to have a BMW, I'm going to do all this, they're going to look at this and they're not going to be real happy with what's going on in your head, because I wasn't happy with my son. But now that I've lived it, this is a 24/7 opportunity. My boys work all the time. We have 3 of these events per week for anybody that's new. This is the large one. We did have a large one in May also, but you need to just look around and see all the faces here, and you're listening and you're doing a great thing. I was driving the other day and I was thinking, what people say, you know, what makes you happy? And somebody will say health, okay? And I'm a nurse, so I go, yeah, if you don't have your health, I don't care how much money you have. Sadly for Steve Jobs, had it all. He didn't have his health, okay? Other people say, I want wealth. We have a family business, of course. You want to make money and you want to do well. Vemma is both. It's both right in there, because you can go out and you can present this opportunity to someone. They may say, you know, it's not for me, but they may want to buy the product. What's in the products? it's amazing. I've used the product since November, and I can tell you I see a difference. And you can tell your mother's in your hair, your nails, your face, everything looks great. It's full of antioxidants, and I keep saying I'm going to be really bummed when I'm 115 and still alive and going, damn Vemma, because I shouldn't have cursed. So, excellent product line. The other thing I want to say to any brand partners here, can I see all brand partners who's already? Okay, new people, look around and see what's here. Don't forget to really present the entire line. I have friends that, they said, oh, I take my vitamins. I'm really happy with the vitamins I used. You know what? I presented Body Burn. They love Body Burn. There's body shakes with some great protein in it. They, if somebody would say, you know what, I don't like the caffeine, they have it without caffeine. They have Body Rest. You can take it before bed, okay? They have it without sugar. There's many options. Also, I saw a bunch of bikers going past down our road, and I thought, you know what, do we ever talk about thirst? Thirst is something that you can put into water. Electrolytes, great for any of the bicyclists, anybody out there, if they say, I don't want the vitamins, I don't want the Verve. Anybody that has little brothers or sisters, little neighbors, little cousins, there's Next formula, which is a great formula for kids. It has quercetin in it, which you don't see much of that. It's great for cellular, for body, building up the good immune system. And also when you're looking at antioxidants from a nursing perspective, when I started nursing, I remember having a cancer patient. We gowned, we gloved, we looked, we stared at them, we thought they were aliens. Now, tell me who doesn't know somebody in their family, neighborhood, somebody that has had cancer or has cancer, okay? So you want to start looking at what are we doing wrong. We've got to start looking at what we're not eating right, we're not doing enough antioxidants, and when you look at this product, they look at an ORAC rating. It's an oxygen radical absorption capacity rating. And in the Vemma formula, it's 4,800, which is huge. So you're going to spread good health. You're all going to make a lot of money. You can go on from Vemma someday and do any other business you want, but enjoy it. I hope new people get on board, and thank you all for coming tonight.